Image that the flashlight couldn't show. And I had spent literally a week trying to salvage what was left of the tomato plants. There was so much breakage. These I thought, like the flashlight, they weren't that bad, but once I came out in the sun, daylight, I had so much breakage. I mean, I had a couple that were completely snapped down here, and there's some that I was letting it go, and they're coming out. It's turning brown and they're dying. But this is what has been left of them so far. Like these here, I was saving these to see if they would heal, and they were just too damaged, and all the leaves started turning on them, so it wasn't even worth it. And the tomatoes on it started turning damage, and then but oh yeah, only 3 sunflowers, well, 4, that one of the big ones survived. The other 2 are snapped, but look, he's still trying to bloom, so thumbs up. These guys out here, gourds, are still creeping out, bigger and bigger and bigger. I haven't seen any pumpkins out of these. It all looks like it's all the different gourds I had. So, but I had like 4 different types of pumpkins too. Like this one, it's a gourd, but I call it two-tone pumpkin. It's good size. He weighs, that's about 5 pounds. He's good size. It'd be a cool decoration out here, but you could see the tunneling where that little SOB did and ate. But I did get quite a bit of gourds, and they're all ripening now. So, we found something that does deter it, but it wears off quickly. So, but yeah, he literally came in and ate all my melons. He ate my whole melons, all my melons. It looks like I do have a couple watermelons, but my sweet melons, other ones, he ate. But it's called, what we got, it's 100% castor oil in granulated form, and you put it on where you don't want them, and you're supposed to do it like a rainbow effect. Put it like, say, I put it here, and then next day I put it over here, and next day I put it over there, and it's supposed to chase them out. Well, I just want them out of my damn garden, so I just did their outskirts. I did the rows and then the outskirts, and you can see what has survived. The zucchini and yellow squash did not survive the that storm. It literally whipped them, and they were all snapped, just laying. But look how big that borage plant is. The other one died, but this fucker was like, I'm here, which is fine with me, because this is the biggest borage plant I've ever raised. Now go inside where I can step. Now, when I said in the video it didn't look like the peppers had damage, it's because they were all leaning to one side. They were all leaning. But I had lost several that were completely snapped. Some that are still struggling, that were leaning down. As you can see, they look like they're thirsty, but I think they're just slowly dying. Between that little critter coming in and eating the roots, he finally made it to the pepper aisle. Since he devastated the tomatoes and the cucumbers, he made it to the pepper aisle. But we found this stuff, and he hadn't got to this row yet, but he was going down this row because I saw the tunneling on it. But I think those could be a combination of him and the wind, because you can see these big sticks. The ones with the big stick like that one was also completely laying down, but I had enough sticks to put them on. So, but like I said, a lot of these were bent over. I did lose one right there. But yeah, that was a tomato plant that just started growing. We think it's a Roma or an Amish, because it's shaped as a Roma. So, that got me eating. Okay, I think we've got another hornworm because that tomato is being eaten. Son of a bitch. Oh. I think that's that's just that part right there. Yeah, he ate, oh, man. I can't find, we've only found 2 this whole season. Because the other ones devastated, they came down here and ate all those lower branches down there. Oh well. Well, Mike, I guess that black light you said you're getting us will come in handy. But getting back, so that tomato plant just started growing up there, so I left it there. Those are Carmen's from out of the greenhouse. This was everything left in the greenhouse. They're all Sherry eats. It's my habanadas. Yeah, the habanero, no, like the jalapenos. They're no heat. I've got them to grow 1 year. Last year they couldn't. This year they're struggling. Those are more Carmen's. Because Carmen's when they're green they taste like bell peppers, but when they turn the orange and red, they are so sweet, and it adds a good flavor to the Sherry eats salsa and peppers. But that was left in the greenhouse. As you can see, the potatoes are gone. We left them too long, even though I was following the calorie date. And out of 7 buckets, I'll show you what we got when I go inside. 2 buckets were completely disintegrated, full of ants. And then there was another bucket that had nothing, no ants or nothing. And I don't know what the green was growing on because there was no potatoes to hook to it. So I don't understand. This is our first year growing the potatoes out of here. I think I'm going to have to put thicker cardboard down to help. Then that way I can put more baking soda around the circle to help keep the ants out. So, but as the garlic bed, you can see everything has doubled in size from when we planted the peppers. All those peppers are kill me's. But we did get our first purple cayenne, so Mark was really happy. Now the other thing that I'm upset of losing, but part of it's still alive, and I'm just leaving it. You see the crack that it got, and all those other parts that are cracked, they're still trying to live, like that one there. Oops, my phone. It's the Mexican sunflower, but it snapped, and it was, when I came out, it was full of bees and butterflies. I was like, I'm just leaving it there. And it seems to be growing healthy because I've got new buds on it. We just figured out the seeds for these. Got to let the birds eat that part because when it starts to dry up, do I have any more? If you ever collect and harvest cone flowers, let me get over there real quick. Step it over. If you ever harvest coneflower seeds, there, right here, they get really hard and prickly. Now, see, this right here is soft because the birds have eaten the seeds out. But the ones like, oh, that one's really hard and it hurts. Ow, that's prickly. But that's how that one is done. I figured it out. I didn't Google it. I actually just wanted to wait and see. But that's how, and I've gotten 6 heads now saved, so I'm going to try to see if I can start growing one before end of season. Because I told Mark I want to plant this all over because the bees love it, and so do the butterflies. So, okay, yes, I said the vole had devastated. He literally, I had a trail. It came from here, and I pushed it down, filled it with water, but he went right up through here, eating. But I still got some that are still growing, like that one right there. It was just tiny the other day. So I've got some green that is still putting out. But I told Mark once those die down, we're going to rip it out. And I've already started some cucumbers already, so we can replant this, and we do have some still growing. So, but yeah, it looks ugly. But a lot of this, I had a bunch up here that got whipped off that was all broken. So I had a bunch of pretty growth up top. It was the bottom that you could tell he was eating right there. He was eating the damn roots. See, that's part of his tunnel system, little son of a bitch. But I really don't want to say the name of it because apparently I can't buy it here in Indiana. I had to go to Kentucky to get it. So if you want to know the name of it, just ask me in the chat or ask Mark. Or if you're family, just ask me, send me a text, because I guess since I can't buy it here in the state, I'm not supposed to use it. I don't know. But I found it only in Kentucky because Amazon wouldn't ship it to me. But okay. But that's how the Sherry eats that has survived. I did lose 2 plants here from that storm. Okay, this one here, we weren't sure about. It's this one. It's the same ones that make the Big Jim hot ones, but they made this one and it says Sweet Italian. So we weren't sure about it. So we had picked one that was half red like this, half green. But the red bottom was more redder. And Mark tasted it and he's like, oh, it is so sweet. So I tasted it. It is really good. But the greener it is, it loses its sweetness and just tastes like a plain bell pepper. So we've come to conclusion it's got to be all red. But when we picked them like this, half green and half red, they didn't finish ripening like most peppers do. A lot of peppers do once they'll ripen. And so fucking squash beetle. And yeah, I've been hit with those too. You'll see inside. But so we've come to the conclusion we've got to leave them on the vine to red since it is a hybrid. So, but once we, harvest the seeds, plant them, then they'll become heirlooms. So, but yeah, we do like these. If you can't have heat like me, this is a good one to get. So, that one that damaged from the sun. I do have a lot of sunburn damage from that heat. We did get a break, luckily. Yes, that bad storm that came in and wrecked hell on my garden did bring 4 days of nice weather. But the humidity's back with a vengeance. Now, these lonelies, I got like 6 sunflowers just around about. I just stuck in pots. I took them from there. They were outgrowing the peppers, and I'm like, oh, something killed that. That's a potato. Why are you dying? I don't know why they're dying. Especially since there were left potatoes in there that started growing without me knowing. So, kohlrabi's still going good. It's getting to the point I'm going to be basically, over the next 2 weeks, most of these will be harvested for work. Sweet potatoes has really gotten big and bushy. It's even come in on the inside. So, the pellets to get rid of that bull. Like the sweet potatoes here, because they don't have bottoms, the barrels. They were just circulars. I mean, I filled them full of cardboard and sticks and then let that break down with compost. But I just put a lot of the pellets in there. That way it seeps down so it would chase that sucker away. Now, these guys, only a few are getting there. So these got maybe 3 more weeks. So, all right, let's go inside. I think Mark's hiding. We did get a new pepper. We thought we'd try. I'm kind of disappointed in it. It was a white habanero, right? You think of habaneros, right, as these, but they show exactly what they are. but they don't show how tiny they are. You thinking, okay, it's just a weird-shaped habanero. Ready? Now, that's as big as they get. That's as big as they get. Thumbnail. And well, apparently we came through and harvested peppers because we're cutting up peppers tonight. Mark goes, I wonder how it tastes. Because Mark can eat up to habaneros. He has no problem. He's over next door to Tony bitching how hot it is. Because he was almost in tears. He was almost crying. And he was drinking water, drinking milk. I was like, go eat some frozen cheesecakes. You just want to get out of doing peppers tonight. Because otherwise, why would you take a bite of a pepper you've never bitten before? But okay, going back to that. These peppers survived that storm. So I was really happy about it. Some of these were bent, these peppers. As you can see, the bigger sticks in them. But most of, like I said, the peppers, they got some leanage. But everybody's inside peppers survived. Oh, I missed one pepper down there because we picked. But on these sunflowers, I had to tie up. These were all leaning down. Dink. But I finally was able to grow my first teddy bear sunflower. They always look so fuzzy in the store, but you see how fuzzy it is? It's just a big old fuzzy thing, and the bees love it. But I actually dumped a whole fucking package in there, and only one came up. But I finally grew my first teddy bear sunflower. Yeah. If you're a fan of sunflowers, you could appreciate that. All right, Sherry eats, like I said, we got eaten in here by the Alice in Wonderland caterpillar. So, yeah. Well, I had to take a quick break over here because I found it. I didn't find the caterpillar. I found what it did. But I'm just going to have Mark tape it onto the back of this video. Because, I'm not going to, I had to stop this because, I kind of dropped the F-bomb. I know some of my family members don't like it. Oh, well. But if you love me, you know I'm never going to change. So, all right. Sunflowers, they're still going good. But some are not. Mark's flame just totally crapped out. My petunias just barely survive that storm. So, but I've got more deals started. And look, more, did I put flowers in there? Did I plant something? I don't remember if I dumped something in there. I guess I'll find out. But we finally found a pepper we hurt our neighbor with. What we thought we bought, because the tag said fire and ice or something like that. And in fact, it is not a fire and ice. It is called a jigsaw pepper, Adam. If you're watching this, or if Heidi, if you watch this, tell Adam I found a pepper that's probably going to hurt him. Because it hurt Tony, and Tony drinks Pretty Kitty like Adam and Richard does. But Mark only gave it to him when it was red. So I'll have to bring over several and let Adam try. Yeah, I know it kind of looks like the Chinese 5, but this is hotter than the Chinese 5. And Sharon, an hour after Mark gave it to him, sent me a text and said he's dying. It's killing him. And Tony likes Pretty Kitty and our hot sauce called Fuck You. Yes, that's the name of the hot sauce because it's the hottest all the peppers that I would grow. That my 12, 10, and 14-year-old nephew drink it, but they like it. But even my niece Jen likes it. But she's young and stupid in her 20s. It's her brothers. It must be that family. I love you, Jen. I miss you. And thank you for your service. She's stationed over in Germany right now. So, Jen, I do have hot sauce for you. I know, and I got to send you some peppers too. I got to that and my nephew, soon to be nephew, because Amy's marrying Travis next year. I guess, Travis, I think I got a pepper that I can hurt you with. So, alrighty, that's enough of that. Okay, what's left of the tomatoes inside? So you can see I got a lot of sticks right here because they're staying alive. I'm trying to grow roots. That's how I've started breakage up. They're starting. So once these get a little bit bigger, I'll get them in the ground. All these are pretty much our Amishes, since that's that got devastated most, and then the few of the black crim and Cherokee. But as you can come through, how skinny everybody looks. Mark did get them upright the same night, but they were all leaning. There was so much damage. There was breakage just laying down. There's still breakage falling down. I've spent 3 days and I've lost about 100 tomatoes. Because what were on the ground or in the buckets, I picked them up, and after about 4 days, the bruising shows up and they start turning bad. They're not even turning ripe. They had so much damage. And I've even found a few on that I picked because I've separated them. If I found them on the ground or in the bucket, no longer on the bush, they were in 2 different boxes. But some that I picked, I put with the regular other tomatoes, and they're showing bad bruising too. So I don't know, I mean, how much more I'm going to lose. Like these, they're barely hanging on. This one here, it's been so twisted. But that's the only one that's left on that one. I have 2 left. But this one's already dying, which means the crackness it's already dying. So it's cracked, the crack is killing it. But like, as you can see, I've got 1 pot missing here. I've got, this one was completely snapped. That pot's missing. You can see, oh, that one started to regrow. Oh, hell yeah. Just in a week. I didn't even realize it. See, I cut it back because just in case. But look at that. It's regrowing. So, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, oh, yeah. Look down that one. It's trying to regrow. Even though it's all main things cut off, which means the root system's still good. So, all right. So, I can't count these ones out. But then, on some of these, I've got brand new, beautiful blooms, but they're all twisted. And most of them are like this because they were so tall and they were so interweaved with each other, because we only do this on the main base. As you can see, it's still trying to die because there was cracks. See, it split. That one split, and there's that one that split. But there's so many, but we only did the main base. So anything that of the suckers that grew up, we just intertwined them and it made a nice, really cool canopy. That's how we've always done it. But it just didn't work out this year because that thunderstorm, I mean, I swear it must have been a mini tornado that literally pushed. It was a domino effect. But it had to be strong enough to push all 4 rows completely over. So, but like I said, this is what I have left. I have to keep an eye on the tomatoes that are still on the vine, because I am seeing some damage. Like this one, I'm not sure if in the next couple days, if it gets bigger, that I know it's bruised and it's going to go bad. So, but yeah, I just, like, there's another one. I came out and there was just so many crushed tomatoes. The birds have been eating it, so maybe they'll poop me some more. And now, see, these, I think they got twisted and they haven't grown anymore, so I might have to pick those. But that's what survived on my tomato plants. I was in tears. I was crying. I was out here cussing for 4 days in a row. Just, it sounded like a bunch of sailors. That's how much foul language was being thrown out. Yeah, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. It's Mother Nature. But other than that, everything back here survived, especially the raspberry, the flowers. Jicama is just like the one out there, is just absolutely going nuts. It's healthy. I mean, I do have some brokenness of the leaves. I've noticed that snap that I have to clean off. But every plant is just full of flowers, which means it's healthy, which means the buckets, hopefully I'll have maybe 2 or 3 jicama per bucket. So now here's some of these that I just stuck in the dirt to see if they'd grow. So only one has survived so far, and I think it's the one up here. There's one of the sunflowers I took from my pepper plants. Yeah, right here. It's still surviving. Both of them are. All right, I'll have to dig those up because I'll have to do that next week. That gives them another week of growing roots and get them planted out there. And that one's trying to survive. Wherever I had fresh dirt, I just stuck it in. I mean, because honestly, that's how that one started. Oh, this whole bucket started too like that. That's how these started. They were broken off from the wind, last month? And they're already growing, so I can get them transplanted. So, but like I said, it is what it is. Oh, and all these were knocked down too. So, as you can see, the coneflowers, I swear, it's like the lilies out front. It's like something fell down and just spread them out. And this sucker, he's so caked in mud, and he's trying to come back, but I don't know. He's showing more damage and suffering more other than his counterpart outside that's literally almost snapped in half and still blooming, and this sucker hasn't even gave me new blooms yet. So all right, okay, you're doing good, I don't want to criticize you too much. Mark threatened to film me secretly because I was out here shaming peppers and talking to plants. So, but all right, I'm gonna leave you with my pretty Arizona sunsets. I'll see you next week. Bye. Because look what we just saw. There was 2 of them. Where you at, bud? I thought it was a bee at first, but they were mating. I think that's the hummingbird moth. There was 2 because we saw them fucking.
Really? You didn't have to add that part.
Well, where'd the other one go?
It's gone. I don't see him anymore.
Because it tore through this plant, the shito, this one, and this one. Then we couldn't find it anywhere. The hook, we couldn't find the worm anywhere. But then 2 weeks ago, we saw a bunch of peppers. All the lower leaves literally were eaten. All right, I don't see them. Gosh, well, let's go check the Aji real quick. That's where we saw them. Because we were, oh, there he is. He's on the, oh, there's the other one. Oh, wait, no, that's just a big old fat bumblebee covered in pollen. How you doing, bud?
Here he is.
Oh, that could be the other one, because the other one was over by the Arizonas. So I know I have at least 2, and so I know, Heidi, you're going to see this and say, kill it! It's going to make those hookworms or caterpillars. It's hookworms, hornworms. Tomato worms. But you know what? They're pretty cool. No, that's just a big bumblebee. It's really not more bigger than a biggest queen bumblebee. All right. Let's get back to the garden.